It's a stab party.
Yo, my goodness. Happy Friday. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Everyone's doing awesome. Yo. Yeah, no screen. What's up, Alvin? Man. Time to redo our setup. Or try to, if we can. I was like, yesterday, I was like, I'm going to take a little bit of a brain break from just navigating AI and reading code for like so many hours per day. Never felt more productive in the past like month than I have ever. And I was like, I need to take a break. And did I? No. I did not. Oh man. I was working on my website, getting that system up and running. It's almost ready to be pushed live. I'm trying to automate specific things to make it super functional and nice and just work good, because before it didn't. So now it's in a much better state. I should be able to push that live hopefully this weekend. And then I was just redoing other stuff in general, specifically just my lights, whatever, reconnecting them so I can control it. Before I just had them on all the time. I didn't really change them at all. I was like, I should probably redo them or set it up correctly so I can actually change them whenever I want or whatever. Try to reset that back up. The Hue app didn't work. And I was like, I had other options, but a ton of that shit was behind paywalls. So I was like, you know what? Time to talk to Claude and see if we can just make our own. So I first prototyped TypeScript's the website just to connect to the bridge and get to the lights and install everything fine, connect it right off the rip. And I was like, okay, well, since we can do that, let's make the toggle, turn them on and off, do the color wheel so you can change it to whatever you want. It worked amazing. I'm like, oh, let's make this an Android app. Went through that whole process, took a half hour, not even that. Got a fully fledged Android app up and running. Now I'm just adding features. Now I'll have my own app, not bloated with random shit. Just whatever I want. It's kind of amazing. It actually really wild that I was able to just remake it. Oh. The status page. Maintenance. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, so you get automate all that stuff. That's awesome. That's just super nice, right? Like you can just go here to see the status of the pages of how it's going. Yeah, that's awesome. It is aldenshitdown.com. There you go. Post into Discord too. Yeah. That would be cool. Oh man. Yeah, even doing the light stuff, I was like, I could totally tie this into like other stuff too. Gonna buy the domain? That would be funny. That actually would be hilarious. Is aldenshitdown.com. Easy, it's easy to remember. It's awesome. Yeah, so I did that, did the whole app thing, and I got that environment fully up and running. I have the TypeScript local site just to iterate upon super quick. And once it's done, I port that over to the native app for Android and then run them in parallel. And yeah, it fully works. It's safe according to Google, so it installs fine. I'm just going to add a ton of features and stuff. That's probably in the Hue app alone, but I had to try like uninstalling it completely and reinstalling it again. But yeah, it just like loads up with the logo and then doesn't go anywhere else. So I tried reinstalling it and that doesn't want to work. I was like, I just got frustrated. I'm like, you know what? I'll make my own. better that way. It was friggin' awesome. So now I have a whole Android environment, the SDK up and running, the emulation. I can test stuff out on the screen, or even before like porting it over to the phone. Friggin' awesome. I'm just trying to like write down all this different information too, because it's like so many folders and so many commands to remember to run stuff. It gets really overwhelming and confusing, and I'm thinking about like either another project that can just organize all that, because there's just so much shit in so many different locations that have it organized in one spot would be really good. Or just like commands that you would run to run stuff. Like a lot of it's just like, you know, bun run deb, bud run, whatever. Or like the Android command is like, what is it? npx expo run :android -s variant space release. Like I'm never gonna remember that, so I just want to have like a list of all that stuff, just so I remember like what's where and what's going on, what projects I'm working on. I think I have it saved now in like everything's in like a markdown file. Like I have everything like saved locally, just so I remember. Yeah, so I launched Hytale in Linux yesterday just to test it, and it runs so much smoother than it does in Windows. Dear God, is it night and day difference. Like no FPS dips, like stupid smooth. I was like, my God, this is a world of a difference. So I didn't touch the plug. I think this is my first day out of the last like month. Yesterday that I did not touch the plugin at all. Like didn't mess with the code. I was like, I actually took a brain break from that for one day from the last month. So now I'm gonna get this. I want to get the Linux environment up and running so I can do all the dev work here, because Linux just runs so much smoother. And I'd rather do it here just because it just runs better in general. Tired of Windows stupid shit. Okay. Also, I think when after I update this one thing, I'm going to jump into Hytale really quick, and then I'll work on the dev environment stuff. So I probably have to reboot and launch into Windows anyway, just to find out like what command, what I need to run it to rebuild it. I think it's just Maven, the MVM clean, whatever. I just need to install that in Linux, and then I should be able to build it with no problem. And make sure the Java environment is correct also. And the full code base, if I have access to it here. So, yeah. All right. That's not the right file. That's not right either. Yeah, coding notes. Here it is. I don't even remember my own freaking information is. This is cool. Save. Done. What's the location of that? And this is copy. Okay, I have that command, so I can close that terminal. Cool. That's also done, so I'm gonna exit that. Goodbye. Done. Okay, I can start closing out of all these windows. And then this is for the local site. Copy. That terminal, that window, cool. All right, everything's. Close that. Okay. Cool. That should be good. Okay, let me launch Hytale. That is not right at all. Good. Play. Better make sure that it's connected over to that's correct. Mm. Um. Hmm. Hey. I think. Where is that? I need. Dude. For how like powerful AI is, I want to do so many different things now. Because I really want to. Really want another Stream Deck, and it's funny because like Elgato just came out with a new Stream Deck that's like ginormous. The problem is that those things are like stupidly expensive, like really stupidly expensive, and it's just no, I'm not spending $200-300 on. I mean, it is worth the money. Um, if you're made of money to get that, but I'd rather. I want to build. I mean, I have a touchscreen for my Raspberry Pi already here. I was like, oh, let me look at see if like how you can just I can make one because all the Stream Deck is an LCD panel underneath it, and then just the overlay on top of it with the buttons that you press on top, and it just presses triggers around the touchscreen or the screen to trigger whatever action that it is. I was like, oh, that's cool. Just see how complicated it would be to actually like make one. I feel like the audio is like something got moved or something. Hold on. Eh. Um, cool. Okay, the audio just completely cut out. Oops. Hold on. I broke something. Hold. Oh my god, is it working? It just unplugged. I need to redo my cabling. Oh. Oh my god, I think it's right. I think it's why my audio was messed up yesterday when I was playing last night playing games. Because it was a little loose. It felt like a little spatial, or it felt weird. 100% that. And I just installed another hard drive because I was running out of space. Yeah, so one of the other thing I was testing out, expanding upon our lighting, was instead of having panels, I wanted to mess with different shapes. So I was thinking about strips. Right? Isn't that cool? I got the hitbox to be correct. So if you like place it on something, there's no collision. Like its actual like hitbox is correct, or a little bit off, like a little bit up higher than that, but pain in the ass to figure that out. Yeah, you see how it's like a little bit larger than it itself. But yeah, it works really good. So I was thinking about like, and then you can also like, you can rotate it. I just don't know. I don't know how to do the difference like corners. I don't know how to, if you need variations of shapes so that when you rotate it, it will connect. Like you can't put one here because of the shape because of the collision of it. That I don't know. It would be cool to figure that out, but yeah, little like light strips. But then again, this was just the light strip panel thing was like the strip was just an idea. Oh, Alden, did you see the quick session idea or thing? Oh my god, I have auto climb on. I never changed that for this. I need to turn that off. Gameplay? Auto step off. Yay. Okay. Too many quick sessions. Mm-hmm. Cool. Yeah, a bunch of the styles need to get changed. But yeah, there's so right now you can export mob wave templates as codes and import them into give them to other people, and they can import it, and then it'll import the name and all of its settings into it. So if that works good, then I kind of want to do the same for kits, chests, and weather. Just because that'd be really cool. But just like a proof of concept, because the mob waves are like the most annoying part of it. Well, any of it's the most annoying, but the mob waves are annoying because there's so many different types of mobs and you don't know what's going to work good with what. But to have the ability to export codes and import stuff super fast is like really convenient. This is, yeah, it just runs so much smoother in Linux. It's crazy the difference between this and Windows. Like night and day. Also, yeah, the particle system, whatever, for like the beam of light, that I have no idea. I looked into that heavily and I have no clue how to even like attempt to do that. It'd be cool to make up our own particles, but no, don't know. Spawning them in, maybe attaching them to something, maybe that might work. But it would be cool to actually like make our own like particle system. Like you can't even make stuff transparent, or at least not. You probably could, but not from what I've seen. Yeah, so it's just messing with the jump pad. Technically, it's a transparent PNG, and you can walk through because its collision still only at the very bottom. But it doesn't show, it's not transparent in game. So that I just don't know if that's even possible. Yeah, jump pad. It doesn't do anything. You can just hide in it, basically. No one will know that you're here. Yeah, so that don't know. Yeah, so if this is cool, then I'll probably do the same colors in the strips as this also. But still would be cool to figure out also just for the panels themselves of like how to put them in corners. Because right now it's like that's be like that's fine. Can't not against walls though. Like you couldn't put it here. That part I don't understand. I don't understand how that works. But yeah, let's test the quick session. One player. What do we got? What did it choose? Arena 3v3, Fire Mage Kit, 10 kills. Okay. Go. Yeah, you still appear at my location. That's not good. We gotta fix that. Those guys are gonna be in kind of in the same spot though. Come follow me. Ow. Buddy, come on. Map, I tell you. Where's the other guy? Ow, wow. Oh, teleport high. No. Full. Come on, dudes. Help. Where are you going? You're gonna drag. Is it sometimes they're really derpy? Dude, come on, mobs. You fought before, fine. Ow, wah. Yay. Beep, beep, beep. And we're back. All right, cool. Yeah, the quick sessions are really super nice. Yeah, so I think that's what I'm gonna do now is try to get the setup working in Linux so I can do the dev work here. Also, I don't know if do this. Maybe know this is gonna launch here or not. Okay, it will. I'm assuming. Ooh. Let me see. Okay, they do have a Linux distribution. Nice. Okay. Awesome. All right, so we can do that for sure. All right, cool. Okay, that's good. Because everything across the board seems to be compatible. Everything like with all OSs, what it seems. Yeah, it's just the location of this project. I just need to make sure that everything is good. I think I'm trying to think if it's in a location where I can actually access it already from here. That I need to see. Let me see. One moment. Yeah, it's already here. Okay, so I already had this. Set up. I just need to mount the drive first before. I should probably copy this over to my projects. I said I added another hard drive because constantly running out of space. I should copy this over to the other folder, the projects drives. That make sure that's just because it's got a lot of space on it. That probably would be smart to do. How big is this directory? How big is my entire Hytale directory right now? All the project stuff. I like so many different copies of like the asset zip and stuff, so it's gonna be probably stupidly large. Like comically large. 22 gigs so far. What I figured. Yeah, it's like the node directory stuff. Some other stuff within the 34 gig. Yeah, that would be nice to copy over to the other hard drive, just so that I'll free up some space on there too. My goodness. This folder is that large? Holy crap. Almost 50 gig. Jesus. Okay. Noted. Although I technically only need what of course this one's named test project template. It's not even named the correct thing. I just never renamed it. I should probably do that. But honestly, I don't want to change anything because all the other documentation that I have right now that's what it's named. So I don't want to change that. I need to log in. I need to reboot again into Windows and see how the process I do to run it to make sure that it compiles correct to try the jar. I need to do that now to make sure the flow is correct, or make sure I have the right stuff installed in Linux to make sure that the full environment is fully compatible. Because I said, I've been running WSL, the Windows Linux subsystem, in Windows 11, and it's not good. Windows just runs like shit. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not a fan. Even just through even from yesterday, just navigating around Linux and just having a bunch of terminals up and running and whatever up, it's just so much smoother. So, all right, let's do it. That's music. All right, that stuff's good. I'm going to restart. Boot myself into Windows. Cool. Awesome. Yes. Too much of a nice experience from yesterday. Doing it here. Let's do this. Cool. At least something. I'm like, why is there no screen? There you go. Okay. Hold button. Cloud. I also noticed in the other one there was variations for the model for Sonnet. I think for its thinking, different levels of like what it can do. I saw that randomly yesterday. It's like they keep like changing little things here and there with different settings or whatever, and I'm like, what? It'd be cool to actually know like what's going on. Okay. Let me ask. I'm just gonna flat out ask it a question. Okay. This. Want to do this. Installed. I just asked it. I'm like, yeah, just give me like this is run under WSL under Windows 11. I want to run this under Linux, like straight up Linux. How do I just do a fresh? If I was to copy this to a fresh like setup, how do I just do it? That was it. Okay, cool. Go to one of those bridges from. Oh, cool. Yeah, see the bridge would make sense, right? Because like I have like this, like the Tekken bulb, and so they're their own individual hubs. It doesn't need a bridge. You just connect. You just do the light flicker switch thing, and if it's blinking, then you can connect to it, and blah blah blah. So having a bridge, I guess technically it's probably smarter because it can manage it better rather than a bunch of individual devices connecting to one point, right? I guess that's what it's supposed to manage, right? Because I always felt like that. This is the single one is way more convenient rather than I gotta plug in a hub and then connect everything to the hub and then so it was like it felt like one extra step. Check it. Check install Maven. Check install Java. Bridge. So I said, if you want to manage, I guess if you want to manage it better, you're better off having all this stuff connected to a hub, right? Like it's for more automation too, but yeah, that makes sense. Install SDK man if Java 25 is not found. List output. Yep. Update your build command to use the SDK path instead of the WSL path. Set it permanently. Verified still works. Okay, cool. Cool. Friends use their Wi-Fi are really limited on the number of devices you can do. Yeah. Depending on what router you have or what, whatever is doing it. Do it. +50 smart. Yeah. Makes sense. Read devices kind of, I guess a normal router or hub can safely connect. Docs created, verified, all sections. Cool. Okay. It's done. Hard lock. Yep. Yeah. Makes sense. Yeah, that's why like stadiums and other stuff needs like all the like a bazillion access points, because if there's too many people trying to connect, then it just all crashes. Like, uh-oh. Okay, make sure that this doc is written correctly. Can handle 1,000. Jesus. That's crazy. Docs. Cool. Yep. There's the full doc. All right. Get the reboot. Awesome. Exit. And we reboot one more time. $20 to $30. Yeah. That's what I figured. I figured it wasn't gonna be too much. It's funny because, like I said, I haven't messed with it in a while. And then I was like, oh yeah, let me try changing some stuff. And I'm like, oh, this sucks. And then yeah, I said I have a bunch of other apps I've tried for just different features, whatever. The other one was it has so many paywall things. I'm like, damn. that's how it is now. I just kind of just want to finish. Once I finish it, I should probably just throw it up in the App Store and be like, hey, if you want to throw me some money, cool. If not, then just, enjoy it. Like, I'm really considering doing that. Because I'm just like, no, that shit sucks. You want a Christmas lights rotation cycle for your lights? That'll be 99 cents. Like, what? God damn. Zigbee, yeah. How expensive are they? The lights, because I love just the control you have for them in general is just, it's fantastic. Just color, the light, the temperature, like the automation part of it too is like, it's super nice. It's so convenient. I love it. I know decent ones are like they're not that expensive. Like it's like not as egregious as like Philips, obviously, because Philips is just like, the premium Apple version of that shit, and it's just like, nah, I'm gonna spend like $100 on like 2 bulbs or something like that. 4-pack for $30 on Amazon. That's awesome. I might do that because I just claimed my brother's birthday gift to me from December. So I have some Amazon gift card money to spend. I might do that. Does that need so that needs a router or like some other type of thing, or does that have its own? Is that its own thing? Send me a link. Awesome. Yeah, I'll definitely take a look at that. Cool. Are they its own hub? The Zigbee hub. Can you send me that? Do you have that link too? Dude, that's so cheap. What's up, Chris? Yeah, I might do that. Because some of my other builds were completely dying, and I'm like, it would be nice just to have everything the same. Would be really cool too. I mean, obviously, I'll still use the my existing lights that still work. Cool. $165. Goddamn. Is that the one? Or is that that's the one, right? Yeah. Hubs? Oh, there's the Pro, there's the oh. Any particular one? Oh, yeah. For sure. No, explain to me over text.
Okay, now I can hear you.
Hey. So any particular one?
So right now I'm using the Habitat hub. It's really good if you want to do advanced shit. It is not very user friendly.
Okay.
Homey is much more user friendly. They have multiple options. So what I'm going to test out, I ordered the bridge, which is basically just your wireless antenna that you're going to use to connect to the stuff. And I'm hosting my own version of Homey. It's free to install their server, and it acts as a hub, uses that antenna to connect everything.
Yeah. Okay.
Or you can buy, they have the Homey Pro Mini or the Homey Pro that acts as your hub. That's all you need. So I've got plenty of compute that I can throw up the self-hosted thing, connect the bridge to it, and let it run.
Yeah.
The only difference that I know of between the Mini and the non-Mini is how many devices you're going to be connecting to it. It's just how powerful the device is.
Yeah. Makes sense.
That and the price.
Yeah, let's say that. So for a basic one, if I wanted to do like just 4 to start or something to connect to that, what would I need?
I would probably do the Homey Pro Mini.
Where is that? Did you link me that?
There's the Mini.
Oh.
And there's the Homey Pro.
Damn. Yeah.
So you can still use the bridge that they have with their hubs. It just acts as an extender. So you can have the Homey hub plugged into your network wherever it needs to be, and then you grab the bridge for $70. If you have like a multi-story house, put it on your second floor, and you just had to plug it in, and it'll wirelessly connect everything.
Yeah. That makes sense.
But okay. I just bought the bridge. I'm going to connect it to my server and move some of my Zigbee stuff over because I like Habitat, but I like the control that it gives me. Like, I can literally go in and tell it what driver set to use for a specific device. And if I want to, I can build my own driver set to drive that device.
That's cool.
But Brad can't use it because it's very technical.
Yeah.
Even their app on the phone, you have to be careful what you do because it'll cause problems. So Homie is definitely a lot more user friendly.
Yeah. Okay. So it's just
yeah, I just started getting the third reality bulbs. I was using Singlet before and started having a whole lot of issues with their stuff, just not wanting to stay connected and just ignoring commands.
But yeah, that's definitely not good.
So I got the third reality stuff because they also act as repeaters. So the more of those you have in your house, it builds a Zigbee mesh network. So they all talk to each other. So if you put one at the far end of your house, it's 200 feet from your hub, it'll mesh through all the devices to get it connected.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool.
So we'll see how well the bridge works.
Yeah,
it should be here on Sunday, I think. I just need to figure out how to pass it through to the VM that I'm hosting it on.
Yeah, that's cool.
There's so many hubs out there, but Homie and Habitat are some of the biggest community supported ones.
Mm-hmm.
And Homie's got a shit ton of integrations. They're a little more pricey, but
yeah, because you more control over whatever. I guess you can control any device from that. There's only
both of them. So both of them support. So Habitat supports Zigbee, Z-Wave, Wi-Fi, and Matter. Homie goes a step further. They do Zigbee, Z-Wave, Bluetooth, 433 megahertz, and infrared.
Wow.
So it can actually intercept infrared signals, and you can take control of stuff that use that.
That's cool.
433 megahertz is a new one that's out there that I haven't really messed with. But
yeah, I haven't heard of that.
They typically hardwired devices, so your light switches, your plugs, stuff that are hardened installed into your house. But you can also find Zigbee and Z-Wave stuff that does the same thing. I just didn't want to spend that kind of money for replacing plugs and switches in my house to do that. So finding the third reality bulbs that act as repeaters that saved a lot of my headache. Is typically the only Zigbee repeater that you can get is something that is hard power connected. So putting your wall plugs in that are Zigbee, those typically are the only things that act as repeaters. Because if you have repeaters, you don't want it to be something that's going to accidentally get shut off. As you remove a repeater from a Zigbee network, the network has to relearn all of its paths. I've spent a lot of time doing this shit.
Yeah, that sounds like it.
But yeah, no, I think I'm probably over 100 devices at this point.
That's crazy.
almost every light in the house. I think there's only a handful of them, like our ceiling fans and stuff like that, but we don't really use those lights all that much.
I can't find. Oh, I hate file systems. I'm trying to figure out where. Because if I'm booted into Windows 11, and then go through the the Linux subsystem, where is that located? If I'm then booted into Linux, and I can see that hard drive, where does it mount it? I'm trying
I want to say by default it does it out of app data. And Chris, I got plenty of solar panels.
that
They're all smart too. Yeah, I've got an in-phase panel that controls all of my solar panels. So I've got live reporting from every solar panel.
That's cool. Yeah, it was too easy to make my own app for Android with this, and I was like,
Oh yeah.
huh, dude, the possibilities are freaking endless. Like, it's so stupidly strong.
Yeah, the only issues you're going to run into is when the smart device manufacturer changes their firmware. There's
Yeah.
a really good chance that it's going to break your app.
Yep. Yeah. True.
Yeah. So the bridge is supposed to be here Sunday, and my SSD module is still supposed to be here on Tuesday, even though UPS says it'll be here Monday.
Mm.
And then I get to have fun migrating the entire server over.
Like, uh-oh.
So there's a lot of drives to move.
Yeah.
Luckily, Unraid, my OS that I use for it, makes that really easy.
Mm.
It ID tags each of the drives, so it doesn't matter where they're hooked up or anything. So I can just get them all plugged back in.
That's cool.
It doesn't matter. It just knows what drive to put where.
Yeah, that's great. Oh, better tech. Awesome. Nah, I'm just gonna do this. I'm gonna reboot into Windows. I'm just gonna copy it to the other drive I just installed. It'll be a lot easier. Stupid.
Oh, that's the only other thing with Homey. They do limit how many devices you can have on a free account. You can only have 5 devices. And then you have to pay, I think it's like $3 a month for their premium.
Let's make our own. I'm to that point now. If something is like there's something is like a wall, I'm like, you know, we'll design it ourselves. Screw it. Okay. No, is it copy that? It's weird. Why Windows sees that partition as unallocated. Because I formatted it in Linux as NTFS because I wanted it to be compatible with Linux and Windows to share the drive. There's data on that drive in Linux, but in Windows it says it's unallocated.
Yeah, because Windows doesn't know how to read it.
Freaking Windows. So if I was to format it in Windows in NTFS, and then Linux can see it naturally because it just works that way, right?
So is it what Linux is installed on? Or is it just another drive?
It was a... Wait, what?
Is that drive what Linux, the OS, is actually installed on?
No, because like I have my main drive is split in half, so half of it's Windows, half of it's Linux, and then I have two other drives, physical drives. One's called D drive called Stuff, and another one's called Projects. Stuff it sees because I think I formatted that in Windows 11, as NTFS, and then Linux can see that one.
Yeah.
The project one, I think I formatted that I booted into Linux first, but I formatted it as NTFS. But now I'm in Windows and it doesn't see that. It says it's unallocated.
And you're looking at the drive management.
Yeah.
Did it just not initiate the disk?
Capacity.
So I've had Windows do that quite a bit. When it doesn't quite think it understands a drive, it just doesn't initiate it. And sometimes I can just go in, you can right click on the actual volume and hit initiate, and it'll come up and see all the data.
No, it just says unless. Why does it show there? It shows. When I click on stuff D drive, it says disk 0 and stuff at the top, and this is disk 1 underneath it, and it has that's where it says it's unallocated. And if I right click, it says new simple volume, new span volume, new stripped volume, new mirrored volume, properties help.
Can you show it on stream?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure I have files that are copied to that in one. Where the hell is this? Oh, maybe? Oh, there you go.
So it's basic, it's online, so it did initiate it. It just, and if you right click on the partition.
It's not. God damn. Hold on. The window capture's fucked up. Why? OBS. It's not showing the right. The right click says new simple volume, new span volume, new strip volume, new mirrored volume, new RAID volume is grayed out, properties, and help.
Yeah, so it doesn't understand what it's looking at. As you do any of that, it's going to format the partition.
Yep. Yeah, I definitely don't want to do that. Okay, that's fine. I'll figure out a way on that. Let me see. Let me see actually for this.
Only Windows.
Yep, exactly.
And you're sure it was formatted NTFS?
Yep. For sure. I mean, I can go when I go back into Linux. I can double check, but yeah, I'm pretty positive.
If it's NTFS, I wouldn't think Windows would have any issues with it. I'm wondering if it actually formatted as exFAT or something.
Yeah.
Because that's what Linux typically likes to default to is
yeah.
exFAT.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, but I know that because I know that from the other drive I did to do NTFS. But I also did that in Windows.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm pretty sure it's that. I'll double check that when I get back over. Okay. Let's see. So this is //wsl $ubuntu/home/full/project/test. Okay, this is the location of this. Where is this in here? Yeah, random shit like this makes me appreciate Linux so much more.
Oh, yeah. Linux, with all of its complexity, makes shit so much easier.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Especially if you're not doing stuff that Microsoft deems the right way or their way of doing stuff.
Mm-hmm. Really? I just asked Gemini. It's a network redirector path. So it tricks the file explorer to thinking that Linux subsystems is a network share that you can browse easily. So technically, it's your username, app data, local packages, canonical group limited dot ubuntu dot 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 local store, then ext4.vhdx.
Mhm.
So it's not an actual location that you can browse
it's a virtual disk image.
Yep. God damn it.
Which technically I think you can still mount with Windows.
Yeah. No, I have a shortcut on my desktop. If I double click it, it goes to the full path. So it's like, yeah, / WSL $ Ubuntu / home / Wolv / and then all my project stuff's there.
Yeah.
So I'll just have to, I'll just go into that and just copy there. Okay, well, see, we're learning. It's the weird random shit that I like stumble across. I'm like, how the fuck does this work now? Projects. Make sure this is the correct folder. Yes, it is. All right. Let me see how big this freaking project in this folder is. Properties. It's probably huge because it's like the asset zip and jars and random crap from building. I'll boot into Linux and see what format the other drive's in. If it did anything else other than NTFS, then I have no idea. Because I specifically chose NTFS because I wanted for it to be able to access it in Windows.
Yeah.
I'm just going to blame Windows because Windows sucks. Actually, Windows 11 sucks. Okay, it's going to be stupidly big. All right, it's fine. Copy. Oh, dear God. I have the space for this. Yeah, my C drive's fine. Cool. All right, calculating. At least I'll have a backup of this now. Well, besides on GitHub, but the actual like full project.
I do have a local Git T instance too, if you want to back it up to another Git-like location.
Yeah, maybe. That might be good. You having
so you have a backup of the backup of the backup.
Yeah, exactly. Because you never know when shit can just die.
Yep.
Or like GitHub
and it's,
pull some shady shit, and you're like, yeah, we gotta move.
It's too easy to nuke GitHub repos too.
Yep.
You send the wrong commands or anything like that, and you can absolutely demolish a branch.
Yep. Yeah, that, yeah. Like, yeah, super convenient, but yeah.
That, and it's owned by Microsoft, so there's always that.
Yep, exactly. Like, whatever they get their hands on, they're gonna, like, grub it up with, or try to integrate some form of AI into it. It's just like, why? My notepad doesn't need AI. Fuck off. Like, it's like they're so gung-ho about it. And it's like, it's not even good. Like,
no, I've completely scrubbed all of that shit from my computer.
Yeah.
Oh, I need to send you that program I found. It's for Windows, but it's called WinHance. It completely goes through, and you can scrub all of Microsoft's bullshit out of it.
Yeah. I've had the deep load software that does the same thing. All the telemetry,
This one goes a little bit further. Like, this one will actually let you remove Edge and shit from Windows.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, definitely send it to me. It was like, yeah, I did that way early on. I was like, yeah, completely deep loaded. I removed all that shit before. Like, this is no.
And Winhance is 100% open source.
Nice.
I've been running it on all of my computers.
Yeah, no, that's cool. Yeah, I'll definitely check that out later. All right, it's copying. Take a while. It was going fast, but then all of a sudden it was just like, like bottleneck. Yeah, I'm just once they can get like a fully working compatibility layer between Windows applications and Linux, that's gonna destroy Windows in general. Like that's
Proton's already getting there.
Yeah, I said once it's like fully in, then yeah, that side of Microsoft's thing is 100% done.
I think that's why Microsoft is kind of backpedaling on their AI shit now.
Yeah, they have to. It's like too many users, too many computers, so much data, like just from that side alone, is too valuable for them. Like I understand of like, also which doesn't make sense is like another point. I think I was watching like WAN show or something like that, or Linus Tech Tips. It was like, it's like you have to log into Windows, right? Why does every application require a sign that's specifically Microsoft that requires another sign-in? Like, makes no sense. Like granted, like I don't use any of that shit, but if I heard other people saying it, like why do, if I launch this, why do I have to sign in if it's Microsoft, and then launch a whole nother application? Why do I have to sign? Why do I have to sign in again? Like, the shit methodology is insane.
You have to pay extra for that.
Yeah. That I would not be surprised.
You got to have a 035 E5 license or higher, and
crazy. Yeah, I can't wait. Proton, please. But Steam, do what other companies couldn't.
Oh yeah.
This Steam box is in the perfect position to just overthrow that.
So I love my Steam Deck.
Yeah. That's awesome. Like the whole concept of it. My good friend has one also. Loves it.
Well, at any point that I'm done playing games on it, I can just go exit Steam. Hey, look, there's Linux.
Yep. That's awesome.
And you can do whatever you want with it.
Yep. Yeah, the fact that they don't lock it down, you can just it's an OS. You can just do whatever you want.
I mean, they do caveat it with if you break it, good luck. We're not helping you.
Yeah.
You're better off just reflashing your Steam Deck.
Yeah. That's still cool.
Which they make that super easy.
Yeah. What's the underlying OS like version?
I don't have mine in front of me right now.
I was like, there's like the main ones. It's like Red Hat, Ubuntu, Debian, whatever. Like the main underlying version is.
So they're kind of using their own. It's built off of Arch, running KDE Plasma for the desktop.
Yeah. I think that's the only thing that's like super confusing for like normies, is that there's like so many versions.
Oh yeah,
And so many different combinations of the desktop environments and the backside of things and like all that shit is just like that way. It's a lot easier now, but still super not like install Windows. Here's a bunch of stuff. Here's a bunch of next, and then it's up and running.
Yeah. No, anytime I've installed a desktop version of Linux for anybody, I get to the point of, okay, what desktop do you want?
Yeah.
What do you mean? I want the Linux desktop. No, what desktop do you want?
You basically have to be like what do you want to use it for?
Yeah.
Like,
and I mean, most of those are blurring the lines between those differentiations at this point.
Yeah, everything becoming more general.
My go-to,
super nice.
Yeah, my go-to is still Ubuntu. I've used it for 20 years at this point.
Yeah, back in the day, that's when I like started like dabbling with that. Like, my God, so many years ago. I was like, I gotta try this. It's really cool. But yeah.
Like everybody else, I started with SUSE and shit, what was the other one? They were the easily accessible ones that were real easy to just throw on anything and they just worked. But yeah, quickly figured out that SUSE sucked. But yeah, for desktop or server, I run Ubuntu. Unless I'm doing something that is truly like enterprise grade, and then it's Red Hat.
Yep. Cool. Yeah. Linux Mint is Ubuntu Debian based.
Which is?
Linux Mint.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was like that one and like I think it's like Pop OS and there's some other ones I was like looking at. I was just like, I'm just gonna go Linux.
Manjaro.
Yeah.
Manjaro is a go-to for a lot of people.
Great. Okay, this is taking forever. I'm gonna get some more coffee, so I'll be back in a moment. All right. That's gonna take a while. So okay, put that copy and then go on the Hytale, I guess. The version number change. I'm trying to keep an eye on that.
Did what?
Hytale.
I haven't run it today.
I'm trying to remember like the first part of the
version. My current version is 1A311 A52092. It's from 20 or February 19th.
Mm-hmm. Why is my sound messed up now? Am I my sound plugged into the wrong port? I think I do. Hold on. Yep, user error. I plugged it in wrong.
GG.
But why did it work in Linux though? I don't understand.
Because Linux just work.
It just auto swapped whatever I plugged it into. It's just like, oh, this must be where the audio is coming from. It's just gonna work. It's shit like that. I swear.
It's not like Windows where it goes, this is a microphone he plugged in. I'm going to send it audio.
Yeah. Where it's like back in the day when you had like speakers like in your like on your computer on your board or something like that, and you heard sounds from that. You're like, wait, what? Why is my computer making sounds?
Why does it feel like I just went back to 1985?
Yeah, exactly. All right.
All of a sudden, I'm hearing mono 8-bit sounds.
Thank God sounds. Okay. Yay. What is this? No. Okay, it's still copying. That's going to take a while. Yes, what's the different size light strips should I do? Thinking like maybe like directly in the center, off angle.
Yeah, I mean, I would do like offsets.
Or like put it like in like a lower quadrant, then you can like rotate it and it just goes between like 4 different spots, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll have to figure that out. I don't know how to do that. I know that rotating it will just like I don't even know why it does those 3 and then goes up top there. I have no idea. Feature. Also, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Does it actually place it up there?
Yeah, it will. That's a whole nother setting. Dude, I learned so much about settings within the asset editor. It's crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Like, the amount of like micro detail you can do is ridiculous. Like, and it's confusing as hell. In all the blocks themselves, their hitboxes are separate JSON files.
Mm-hmm.
So you specify the coordinates or how big the box is in each dimension, and then that sets the hitbox. Like, so many little things like that. Because I like before I was like placing this down, and then I was like walking into it, and then it basically was a full block. I'm like, yeah, that's not gonna work. How did that work? And then I looked at the carpet from the high carpets, whatever, that mod, and looked at how they did their stuff. I was like, oh, cool. And then that's how I got the hitbox for the light panels working. That was fun. And then yeah, once it's like fully, now since I have one, I want to make a script that can just automate the rest of it. Since now it's like it's the same, basically the same format. There's only a couple things that you change. I want to create a script that you could just like pump out a whole bunch in one shot. Because that'd be the smart thing to do. Like, manually doing this shit. Yeah, but now, the other thing I need to test is out of the box is when you go to play, you can do quick session, and what it does is it automatically chooses a random arena, kit, mob wave, weather cycle, and duration. Because after you click on that, it's you choose how many players, and once stuff I choose like single player. I chose Marble, 3v3, the kit's Halo, 10 kills, and then automatically fills the bots with the other positions. So if it's 3v3, it's going to put 2 bots on your team and then 3 bots on the other team. And all you do is just go ready and then start, and then you're good. So super fast to start a session. And then the gray map is going to be like it's like the default, like included prefab. So that'll work. That should work out of the box. So I was trying to think of like the contest to make it like as fast as possible for somebody just to jump in and like load the plugin, and then it instantly just works. Like you just do like 2 buttons and then you're in a game mode. Ow. All these are like, I can't see shit. Freaking weather cycles. Hello. He's like insta killing them. His gun's too strong. And I'm gonna do the import export codes for each of the kits or mob stuff, because it works for the mob one. Actually, I'll end that now. Yeah, so as a test, because like the mobs they're interesting. Like some are better than other ones. So what it does is manage mobs. So if you go into a mob if you have a wave that's really cool and that you want to share, like I do like stupid hard, you can click export code and it gives you a text string that you can copy and give to somebody else, and they can import that into when they go here, they go import, they just put the code in and import that code, and it puts in the information for that wave. All automatically. That was Chris's idea. He was like, yeah, like import export stuff. I was like, yeah, that would be cool, actually. Did that certain like logarithm and codified it. And it was like stupidly long. I'm like, there's got to be a better way to do this. And it's like, yeah, we can do it this way. And it's like 70% smaller. I'm like, good. It's like at that point, you just might as well just give them the freaking JSON file.
Yeah.
So these codes they're reasonable. And also because like we can just throw them on a website or something like that and be like, hey, these are like really cool mob waves. If you want to try them out, you can just import them. There's so many like little features you can do. Like it'd be cool to have like a callback to a server to be like, hey, do you want to share this code with the community and like publicly post it somewhere? Would be awesome. Like how would you do that securely though?
I mean, there's a lot of ways to do it.
I mean, like you like obviously you can like click share public button with it next to like a field or whatever. I'm just trying to figure out like how it, like validation wise goes versus like somebody going to the breaking apart the jar file and being like, oh, there's the database information that where it gets posted, you know. Or like injecting some random shit that shouldn't be there. Of course, I got to think like security wise, but yeah, like that was like my concern.
So, explain to me again what you're wanting to do.
If there was a way in game, you like mob waves. You go test. There's like a share public button. You click on that, and it'll automatically just post it to a database, or basically to a database that we have on our side that we can see of like people that submit stuff. Just of how to make sure that that's secure, or there we won't run into any problems. If that was a possibility, so that wouldn't be a problem.
So they could like invite people who weren't on the server?
No. To share, like to share. So basically, it's to share a code. So like, so for now, it's like for the mobway templates, if you go export code, there's this code, right? We have another button here that says share it publicly, and when you click on that, it'll send it to us, and it'll just populate into a website that says, hey, these are community shared mob waves. If you want to import them, here's the code that you can click on and paste it in.
So you're looking at something like Pastebin or something like that.
Sort of, I guess, yeah. But a way like it, because couldn't logically wise, if you click on a button, could we send that code to an endpoint that we can capture?
I mean, you could write it to the database. You could send it to a webhook in Discord. I mean, any number of ways.
Okay, and that would be there would be no problem with. I'm just trying to think of like security wise if there would be any issues with that.
It shouldn't be.
Yeah, that was my only concern. I'm more than sure that we can do that. I was thinking about just security wise of like not exposing stuff that we're not supposed to expose.
I mean, I don't see anything on the surface that would need to be protected.
Okay. Because it would just be injecting that to an endpoint that would be open to the public, depending on the string that comes that's accepted from, I guess, or that would have a connection to that. I guess that's my like, I guess logistical question.
I mean, you can have it write it to the database, to any database, and then it's just however you want to display that.
Yeah. Okay. That might be a cool idea. I don't know.
In a perfect world, you would have it hitting an API endpoint, though.
Yeah. How is this going? Cool. She's moving. Nice. Awesome. Okay. So. Yes.
So when are we going to build you a home server?
Right. If I had unlimited funds, that'd be awesome.
You definitely ain't doing it this year.
No.
Shit, too fucking expensive.
Yeah, what the way everything is now is ridiculous. Onto some like bubble, or I think it's just gonna get worse. Because the few companies that are gonna actually survive it are gonna capitalize it on it anyway. They're not gonna go anywhere because it's too strong. So it's just everyone else just gets screwed in the process. And it's like everyone else's electricity, whatever else, their pricing shouldn't go up just because other people are using so much of it. Like they should pay their price of what they use. Like that makes logical sense. That or they need to make their own like power plants or whatever to get to run whatever they need to run.
That's what most of them are trying to do. That was OpenAI and Microsoft both were looking at the feasibility of spinning up their own fucking nuclear reactors and shit to power their data centers.
Yeah. Yeah, it makes sense. I mean, if they could do it safely, and then let them do it. Like, cause shit, don't screw the rest of humanity out of freaking companies, man. It's like, Jesus. Oh yeah, and the other thing that we added, so session presets. Every session played is fully saved in the database, and you can load any previous session, and it will load all that data into the session. And if you want to alter it, you can alter it, but it'll actually count if one is used. It actually gives a uses count, and you can favorite it too, and it ends up at the top of the list. So if something was really cool, or like, hey, you liked this map with this weather or whatever, we can just go, hey, load. It loads it into the page, and you just create, and then it's like quickly, quick sessions. That worked beautifully. And it's all page too, so it's like it can only show 15 on a page, and then it should automatically go to each page beyond that. And you can delete stuff on the fly. So that works really well. Dude, the database stuff is freaking awesome. It just works so well. It's so good. And then weather cycles.
Yeah, when you're no longer storing stuff in a JSON.
Yeah, exactly. That's the most mind-boggling part, is like most of the stuff for Hytale is JSON files. Everything is. And it's like, wow. That's crazy. Like every bit of data, like everything from like just through the asset zip and just going through that. Because you can tell, I could tell Claude and be like, hey, I'm looking for this. Are there any reference, like all the particle stuff? I'm like, I wanted to see about how to add particles to existing blocks. And I was like, yeah, can you look at like campfires or whatever? And because they have particle systems attached to them. And it's like, yeah, there's referencing like a crap load of JSON files. I'm like, oh, yeah, that's crazy.
But that's going to be mostly static data.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
When you're getting into the stuff like what we're storing in the database for like statistics and stuff like that, you can do shit like that in JSON. You shouldn't.
No, yeah, you should. No. Yeah, if you're doing something like local with a couple friends, yes. Not something larger, no. Wonder how much that would like bog down if you had like a bunch of stuff going on at the same time. That'd be bad.
You'd watch your memory balloon out of control.
Yeah.
Because it wouldn't be able to write it fast enough to the file, so it'd have to start stacking it in memory.
Oh, 9 minutes. Nice. Okay. I'm so happy to get this stuff working with the blocks. It's so convenient.
Oh, the spawning blocks and everything.
Yeah, the spawning blocks, just even having the page in your hand and right-clicking, if you're in the arena, it knows if you're in it, and it just launches the page. Like, it's just so, incredibly convenient.
Yeah, that's been a thought of mine for a long time when it came to a lot of the arena mods and stuff like that in Minecraft. Was why just give me a block that I can put down rather than me having to walk over there, run a command so it pulls my location. It made no sense.
Yep. No, exactly. It's like since like day one, I was like, I want this because I know it can work. It can exist. It can work. And then I think it was a video from like Twitter or saw. It was like somebody doing something to that effect of like a game mode, like Bed Wars or whatever. And it had like a crystal in their hand. They right clicked and it gave options. I'm like,
yeah,
yes. And then
at least in Hytale, you can actually open a UI, not a chest UI that you're rewriting.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's absolutely true.
Because that's why mods like Luck Perms went to the web session configurator. Because trying to do shit like that in Minecraft was incredibly painful.
Mm-hmm.
Because I had that one permission plugin that I think we used on one of your servers, that Permissions X.
Mm-hmm.
That when you opened it, it would open up the chest UI, and then you clicked on items to navigate menus within that. And
Yep. I remember that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's crazy.
It worked. They did what they could with what
They had-
Minecraft gave them.
Yeah, yeah. That's crazy. I updated this. The panels. Let me update this.
Yeah, I definitely think this has the potential to win.
Prefab. Beautiful. Oh, also. That's the same size.
The shit that we've got this mod able to do is beyond anything I've seen from most other mods.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think I searched for like PvP recently, and there's nothing else. Like a bunch of like buildings, like prefabs, but
Yeah.
nothing like nothing like this. The same other
There
ones.
was one that was a PvPvE like fight arena something that I saw not too long ago, but it was still kind of meh.
This shit's not easy. I understand now. If you're doing that and like doing the just the command stuff alone, I was like, yeah, this sucks.
Well, and that's the bad thing right now with modding in Hytale is everybody is just trying to get their shit out there because they're afraid if they don't get it out there now, they won't get the user base that they can then update later on and make their stuff better. So half of them are just putting out shells of mods.
Yeah.
Hoping that players get in there and they can keep a portion of them as they update it. Rather than actually getting a quality mod put out the first time.
Yeah. No, that's true. Yeah, it's like all the ones that we tried were like a work in progress or like like super alpha. Like, oh. Like,
because everybody's afraid that they're gonna miss out on the initial bump that you get from being the first mods.
Yeah. Nah, it becomes frustrating at that point. Obviously, because we might be with that's exactly what we went through. We're like, oh no. Delete that one. Upload the next one. Try that out. Oh nope. Delete that one. Reboot again.
Well, your mod loads. You got that much going for you.
Yeah.
And you have at least one command. Proud of you.
Oh, it works so good. I said it's only going to get better too, because like the whole AI or the bot stuff, like the mob stuff, is little things they got to get tweaked.
No, I can't wait to see how well it takes off.
Okay, time went up. Cool. I love Windows and their prediction of copying files.
Yeah. I don't use Windows file transfers protocol anymore for anything.
Oh, what do you use?
I use Terracopy.
I don't know what that is.
It used to be a application that was included with Windows. It was more of a back-end file transfer management type thing.
Okay.
So it's been made re-available, but it's a completely different download. And I think it's community maintained now. Yeah, you can go to terracopy.com. It's free for home use.
Nice.
But it'll actually do multi-threaded file transfers and shit like that. Shit that basic Windows file transfers do not do. But I have to have something like this when I'm moving disk images that are 400-500 gigs at least.
Yeah.
Trying to move that with Windows, that's days of it trying to transfer shit.
Yeah.
But with Terracopy, I mean, I can shut down anything that I might have running and throw like 50 threads at it and just let it go. And it'll get it done in like an hour.
Whoa, you guys. They spawned at the same spot I was. That's okay. That's broken. Hello? Why are you spawning over here? Yeah, okay. Something with the spawn logic's completely messed up. Ow. What? No, you motherfucker. Stop. Okay, that spawned over there. Good. Cool. Oh. No, stop it. What? Dude, the freaking range. Huh? Sir. Yeah, some of the logic's broken. I need to go through that. Also, we need to test the shield blocking is supposedly fixed. We have to see if that works. Still copying. Okay, still going. Okay, yeah. I'll probably make... Yeah, I need to figure out the corner, how that works. How do you get it to connect to that? Oh. Bleeds through.
Yeah, I remember we were seeing that with the other stuff too.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. We saw that the penis in the Halo app. Also, those are the walls are slabs too from another mod. So. Yeah, but this works so well. Like really, really cool. Yeah, automate making all that stuff will be easy. Really cool. Because then, yeah, because if anything needs to get updated, then to automate it would be awesome. Like version numbers or whatever, or something, some weird thing is going to change. Big values for illuminating items have changed, so you gotta alter everything like shit. Want to check out the NPC editor though. See what that new. I think that's only Windows application for that one, right?
I'm not sure.
I think I read that somewhere or saw it somewhere. It's only Windows for now. But yeah, there's a new NPC editor. I wonder what that's like. Because if we can make like custom NPCs, that would be awesome. Or just like anything about their behavior and stuff too. It'd be really cool. It's done yet? Oh god. The progress bar is getting closer to the end, but the time keeps going up. Like, please. Like getting to 99% and then hangs there for 10 minutes. It's like shit. Dude, it's freaking struggling. Relaunch OBS over here. That's hardcore struggling. Oh, that's me.
Where's the NPC editor supposed to be, or is it not released yet?
No, it's for sure out. Let's see. Let me see. Is it here? Proximity voice chat's coming. Oh. Okay. Yeah, I can't see the link to it. It's in some other. There's a Discord link.
I think it's part of the asset editor.
Hmm. Okay, still going.
I just sent you a video for it.
Mm-hmm. Come on, it's 93% complete. It's so slow. Done. Machine Breaker is now working on Hytale's engine to help us bring large-scale and stable multiplayer servers to the community.
What was that?
3 days ago, welcoming GAEQS to the Hytale team. He joins us for rendering and other expertise. I guess Machine Breaker. I guess a person from Spigot. So he's working on Hytale's engine for stable multiplayer servers. That's cool.
Okay.
I
mean, Spigot did do it better than most.
Yeah. At least they're smart enough to hire within the communities to do stuff.
Oh, that's what he was open about the modding competition. He said, "Yeah, we will likely be scalping people from this competition."
Yeah. That makes sense. Like, get the people passionate about doing stuff within it itself, and it's a win-win. Super smart. $94%. Come on. I'm gonna warm up my coffee. I'll be back in a second.
Yep.
Still 94%. God damn it. Yeah, I was looking at building my own stream deck. I was like, what would go into it? And it's not too bad. Other than like getting a PCB manufactured, as long as you can design it. But how it works is like incredibly simple. Because I love mine. They're just stupidly expensive. And I was like, oh, I can probably like make it for like a fraction of the price. Because yeah, they're just screens, like full screens. They're not individual buttons. They're just full screens. With the buttons that you press, trigger. They have triggers along the sides to do the button action. So it's nothing to do. They're not. I thought they were like little mini, like LCD screens. Like nope, it's just one big screen. Divided,
No.
just divided up. I'm like, that makes a lot of sense. I actually found a YouTube video that breaks it down of how he actually has all of his files. You can download, like you can actually get the board printed and all the other components you can get from like Amazon. And how everything connects and how everything works. It's fascinating as hell. I was like, oh, that's awesome. Like, I would love to make a giant version of the one I have. Like, I would love to make a giant version of it because it's just so convenient. But if I can add like more buttons and like more features, like hell yeah, I would do that. Yeah, they just came out with a like an XL Plus, something like that, and it's like huge. But I'm like, I think the large ones was like $250. I'm like, Jesus Christ, so expensive. Really convenient, but dear God, there's gotta be a way to DIY it. It's like I would only do that because freaking AI is smart enough to do all the software side of it. So I just need to do the physical side of it. It'd be really cool. I'm sure like a small LED screen would be not that expensive. Not incredibly expensive.
Yeah, it depends on what kind you're getting and size and what features it has.
Yeah. To look into it. I'm gonna plot it out. juggling projects. Not too much. I'll be like my random late night, like, let's dabble into something. Or see like what components I would need in order for it to work. Like you probably need a certain amount of components to get like certain amount of switches to talk to each other. But the board part of it's really interesting, the interconnections and how they have to talk to each other. Like the USB port, that the code from that little board that sends the key input to the computer. Like all those intricacies. Like it's really cool. Which is really cool though that you can just send a file to the PCB site and then they'll just print it, and then like, in a week or two or whatever, you can just get your printed board. Like that's awesome.
Yeah, I've been watching a guy for over a year now on YouTube. He's been developing his own 10 gig firewall / router. And he's about to the point that he's going to be sending out like first iteration samples to people who were early adopters.
Nice.
But he did fully custom PCB, everything about it. And getting all the firmware built for it, all of the different modules that had to be added to the PCB to have the 10 gig capability, multi 10 gig routability, that type of stuff.
That's cool. Wow. Yeah, that's awesome.
it wouldn't compete with something like what I've got, but for someone entry level that's wanting to get just a 10 gig router, I think he's going to be able to put it out for like sub $200.
Wow. That's cool.
Because I mean, right now there's some of them out there, but you're going to drop $900. You get to like what I've got, and brand new, the super micro that I've got that's running mine is going to run you $4,000.
Yeah. Well, good tech's expensive.
Yeah.
Damn these hobbies. Like music, like earlier on for myself was music. So I got like, dude, I have like an old ADAT that was like $1,000, $2,000 that you recorded the tracks to VHS tapes.
Yeah.
Like, and of course I was like the tech person, so I was like, I had the computer and all the like the fiber cable between the connected the ADAT to the computer, so board and like all that shit. And it was just like all the microphones, the cabling, like all that stuff is like expensive as hell. Photography, dear God, I had like entry level cameras, yeah. but the glass is like more expensive than the body itself. Like that side of it. Then going back into tech side of it, and like it's just like, Jesus Christ, can I just pick something that's not like stupidly expensive?
Yeah. Well, that's like just the new chassis and everything for the server. Chassis, new CPU cooler, and the SSD module. All of that is pushing over $700.
Jeez. Yeah, that's crazy.
And that's on the low end.
Yeah. Oh my God, it's done.
If I had the space in the rack for it, I really want one of the 45 drives chassis, because they're just phenomenal. They custom build these chassis. But baseline, you're going to drop for one of their smaller ones $1,000 just for the chassis.
Wow.
Chassis and backplane. It's all you get for $1,000.
That's crazy. Yeah.
The ones that we built our storage stuff at my previous job, we had 4 of them. Could hold, I want to say it was 50 drives. So it had 50 drive bays in it.
Jesus.
We had 4 of those.
Yeah.
A single one, just the chassis and backplane, was $1,600 or $16,000.
Yeah,
That's not including motherboard, CPU, memory, storage, anything.
Yeah. It makes sense. That's crazy.
But they've got some really nice chassis that do put them on rails. You slide them out and you pop the front panel off of it on the top, and you just have endless drive bays. That you just drop a drive in, button it back up, reboot it, and you're good to go. They're just really fucking expensive. Your transfer finally finished?
Yeah, it finally finished. Rebooting. I need to figure out what this issue is. Every once in a while, when I reboot and I boot into Linux, my keyboard just doesn't want to work, and I have to unplug it and replug it back in. Figure out why that happens. It's like weird quirks like that. Okay, that's working. Cool. Let me see if it. Also, let me see this too.
I'll be right back.
That's my mouse, but I can't. It's frozen. It's Interesting. Because I was running into a problem. Yeah, it's super weird. I'm gonna grab this. There's an error that pops up. I'm gonna grab it. I'll take a picture of it if I can. What is that first? No, I didn't get it. Crap. I'm gonna record a video of that. What happens? Okay. Let's see what happens. Oh, yeah, that's where it froze. Okay, so something with this version is messed up. Let me see if this also gets the same error. Let me try this and see if this same thing happens. same error, but it doesn't hang. I'm gonna see after a little bit. Let me see. Okay, let me try more time. I think I'm having a NVIDIA driver conflict because now it freezes right after it gets into Linux. Random tech issues are so annoying. Let me see if regular works. I got another error too. I need to look that up later on. It's gonna freeze now. Hopefully not. Oh, it's much better. That was just by moving my mouse around different. The app itself. Okay, so it was NVIDIA that was causing, the driver was causing a problem. That's wild. Put some music on. All right. What did I want to look up? Yeah. Yep, NTFS. I was right. Hate Windows. Yeah, so it's NTFS. LSBLK space -F. It gives you all the data about your drives. Drives in Linux. And right there. Stuff. NTFS. Stuff was the one name of the one drive. And the other one is NTFS projects. Stupid. I need to make a note of that. Nope. Save. Right. Save that in my notes. Stream notes. Yeah, so it seems like because my computer was freezing after a couple seconds after being in, everything was up. Couldn't like move my mouse or anything, and I had a hard reboot. When I went back to version 6.8.0-94 generic, it was fine. When I go to 6.8.0-101 is when it would freeze. But for either one of those two, when I went to the updates, there's a NVIDIA driver update that once I was actually able to do that, install it, and now it's fine. So it seems like it was an NVIDIA driver issue that was causing my freeze up. But yeah, that's what it seems. Because right now it's perfectly fine. Also, when I move my mouse around, like it was weird because like when even my mouse around the actual like OS itself, it was weird, like laggy. So that was weird too. All right. Okay, where did I put? Where did I put this? It doesn't make sense then. Why does Windows 11 not see that drive? And it is NTFS, and there's data on it too. Okay. It's Gemini. Why? Go. Only. See what it says. Let's try that. Okay. So it's because the partition tables loop, even though it was formatted as NTFS, Windows doesn't see it correct. Linux is smart and flexible enough to read a super floppy setup where this file system sits directly on the hardware. Windows is strict by the book and expects a disk to have a master boot record or GUID partition table at the very beginning because it doesn't see that table. It assumes the drive is blank and unallocated. So it was formatted correct, but not specifically for Windows, could be because Windows sucks. All right. So I gotta. How much data is here? Properties. 21 gig. Let me copy this. I'm just shifting stuff around. Random problems. Oh, that much free space. Oh, so annoying. How much is that? Going. Make it another backup. Then I can reformat it so it's correct so that Windows can see it too, and it can share it across the board because I'm gonna have to. I want it accessible via both the dual boot, so in case it happened to go, if I need to go into Windows for some reason, that I can still access the data, and then Linux will see it too. So that's what we're doing. That's the problem that we're running into now. Dude, seriously, like random of issues. But it makes sense. Yeah, hope everyone's doing awesome though. Thank you for your patience. Trying to get this other dev environment up and running so I can just do everything within Linux because it just runs so much smoother in general than Windows. That's why I want to get this up and running. Yeah, so it's like this. My personal website and the Lite app. Those 3 projects I want to work on at the same time. Cool. All right, it's backed up, so I can wipe this drive now. Discs. Yep, when I want to wait. Okay. Okay. We reboot one more time. Windows. Okay. Just want to make sure that Windows can see it. If it does, then awesome. If not, then shit. Sure can. E drive. Perfect. All right. And now, restart. Back into Linux. Cool.
I'm gonna jump off for a bit.
All right. Sorry again for the technical issues. Tech stuff, man. Yeah, if I end up doing the larger Stream Deck, the custom build, I will 100% make a video about that. Because that'll be cool. Or even just even remotely get that to work would be freaking awesome. Okay, that's done. I know you can't see anything at the moment. I need to copy stuff. Okay. Moving 21 gig. Woo! Excuse me. Drive should be okay. I never even thought about that. Like, I know these drives are from an old system. They should be working fine. I don't think they're gonna have any errors with them. I hope. Okay. In. Awesome. Did I? Oh god, I don't remember where the hell I put that. Okay. Yeah, that's where it is. Okay. Paste. Cool. All right, found it. I'm trying to like just migrate everything over to the new drive to make sure that everything is good. Then we can make sure that all the documentation and everything's lined up correctly, and then I can double check all the installed applications to make sure that the environments are good, and then we should be okay. But I think after this, I'm gonna take a break with my brain. Like, so much information. My brain is like, Murr. I need a brain break. Cool. Yeah, this will be nice once this is done. I could kind of clean up my other hard drive because that other hard drive is almost completely full. That's why I had to install this drive, because the other one's getting stupidly full. Cool. There, done. I'm gonna leave keep a copy there for now. How big are these? Probably pretty big. Oh yeah, 13 gig. Okay, copy more. Data transfer. All right, this is the boring stuff, and it's gonna take a while for it to copy. So I'm gonna go. Thank you everyone for hanging out today. Appreciate it. Sorry for the whatever progress this was. It is progress. It's just gonna take some time because copying data is annoying and it'll take some time. Hopefully I'll be live tomorrow and make some more progress with stuff, since this will be all of this up and running 100% by tonight, because that's just how, yeah, that's what I'll do. And then hopefully it's in a point where I can actually throw it onto my site where people can download it and try it before it goes to Curse as like an alpha. So that'd be cool. But yeah, thank you so much everybody for hanging out. I appreciate it, and I hope you have a good weekend if I don't see you. And yeah, if I go live again, I'll let you know via Discord. But more than likely tomorrow. If I feel like compelled to go live later on, I'll just go live. All right. Peace out.